Welcome to the Lottery Channel. On this channel we discuss all things lottery. In this video we will help you determine which scratch-off tickets to get such that we can get the best results. The analysis provided is based on data collected on January 13, 2023. We will tell you which tickets improved the likely payout relative to when the tickets were initially printed. We will also identify which tickets to stay away from, meaning the tickets that had the greatest decrease in the likely payout. For all tickets, there was some change on the likelihood of winning any prize, but the change was small according to our calculations. Before getting into our discussion, we like to say that we found that you will likely lose money if you play any scratch-off game. As such, please only play for entertainment. With that said, let's get to it. We collected facts on each of the 80 tickets currently sold by the Florida Lottery. The tickets varied in purchase price. There are 19 $1 tickets, 27 $2 tickets, 4 $3 tickets, 15 $5 tickets, 9 $10 tickets, 3 $20 tickets, 2 $30 tickets, and 1 $50 ticket. The oldest two games were launched on January 12, 2016, while the newest four games were launched December 5, 2022. Looking at the data made available by the Florida Lottery, we determined the change in the likelihood of winning any prize and the change in the total winnings you could expect when you do win on a particular scratch-off game. For example, looking at a game released on August 6, 2018, we see that there were originally 12 $10,000 prizes, but on January 3, 2023, there are only 4 $10,000 prizes remaining. This change will impact the likely payout you will receive when you win playing this scratch-off. We consider all of the scratch-off games currently available and identify the ones that improve the likely payout and the ones that decrease the likely payout. We also estimate the chances of winning from playing a particular game, but we noticed very little change in the chance of winning a particular game across all games. Here are the top 5 games to avoid for mid-January 2022. For all of the games we considered there was some change in the likelihood of winning, but the change was small. However, as top prizes are claimed for some games, the likely payout you will receive will change substantially. Specifically, for all 80 games, 777s had a 32% decrease in the likely payout relative to when the game was first released. This is the one game you should avoid playing. Not far behind is $2 Monopoly Bonus Spectacular, with a 26% reduction in the likely payout received. Next is 20 times the cash with a 22% reduction, then Money Match with a 22% reduction, and rounding out the top 5 games to avoid is $500,000 Flamingo Multiplier with a 21% reduction in the likely payout. The other games with double-digit reduction in likely payout are Loteria, $1 Gold Rush Supreme, $2 Gold Rush Supreme, Cash Payout, full of $200, $1 Monopoly Doubler, 50 times the cash, $1 Monopoly Bonus Spectacular, Money Roll, and $1,000 a week for life. Given some games either increased or decreased in only single digits in their likely payouts, we recommend avoiding these games as well. Of the games listed here, 2 are no longer available as they ended on the 12th of this month. These games are $2 Monopoly Bonus Spectacular and $1 Gold Rush Supreme. Due to the nature of the lottery, there are only a few games that increase their likely payout, and the level of increase is nowhere near the level of decrease we just saw. However, any increase is great. Remember that the likelihood of winning on the tickets does change, but again, the level of change is small. The game with the greatest change is $500 a week for life with a 6% increase in the likely payout received. Please note that we assume the jackpot payout of this game is over 30 years with each year having 52 weeks. Returning to the list, in second place we have 500 times the cash with a 4% increase in the likely payout. Next is $10 Monopoly Doubler with a 3% increase in the likely payout. Rounding out the top 5 are $1 Billion Gold Rush Supreme and Win It All with a 2% increase in the likely payout. The top 4 games remained the same relative to early January. However, the 5th game is no longer the $20 Monopoly Doubler, now with only a 0.22% increase in the likely payout, and is instead Win It All with a 2% increase in the likely payout received. We do have some games with an increase in the likely payout of 2% or 1% that are Gold Rush Limited, a $20 scratch-off game, 100 times the cash, a $10 scratch-off game, Whole Lot of $500, a $5 game, and Diamond Mine 20 times, a $10 scratch-off game. The good news is that none of the games with an increase in the likely payout are scheduled to end soon. Keep in mind that if others purchase this game, then the likely payout will change. We find it interesting the most frequent game cost with an increase in likely payout is $10. The least expensive scratch-off game is $1, with the next least expensive game is the Win It All with a price of $5 game. This means that none of the $2 and $3 games increased in likely payout. We will see if this trend continues as we closely monitor the situation in future videos. Looking at the data from January 3rd and the data we collected on January 13th, we can estimate the number of tickets sold for each game sold. We list the 5 most popular scratch-off games in Florida for the 10-day period from January 3rd to January 13th. The games are Lucky Numbers, a $5 game with an estimated tickets sold of 1,423,084. This game has a 1% decrease in the likely payout of Win. Florida 10 times the cash, a $1 game with an estimated 1,353,873 tickets sold. This game has a 2% decrease in the likely payout of Win. Florida 50 times the cash, a $5 game with an estimated 1,353,850 tickets sold. This game has a 2% decrease in the likely payout of Win. 2023 Cash Blast, a $2 game with an estimated 1,287,321 tickets sold. This game has a 1% decrease in the likely payout of Win. Florida 20 times the cash, a $2 game with an estimated 1,281,550 tickets sold. This game has a 1% decrease in the likely payout of Win. We find it interesting that none of the games we find to have an increase in the likely payout were on this list. In fact, the game with the highest increase in the likely payout is only 56th on the list with an estimated number of tickets sold of only 41,472. Thank you for watching. We hope the video brings you information to use the next time you get your Florida scratch-offs. If you like the content of the video, then please like and subscribe. We look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, keep on playing and good luck!